Here's our good friend, the Xbox Adaptive Controller. And today I want to talk about how I'm thinking about mounting these joysticks and buttons for use with this. And I think I've come up with a method that I like, or we're going to try it out in the real world. And what I'm going to do is have these cutouts, and there'll be one for each side that will be mounted to the Xbox Adaptive Controller. Now, I was thinking of different ways of doing it, and I think the easiest, simplest way, and sometimes you just have to do the easy way, especially to start out with, is some of that 3M command tape. It's like double face tape, except it's removable. So that way it won't mess up the adaptive controller. So I'm thinking maybe a little piece here, 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 and here, and this ring is high enough that it doesn't press this button. Now it's going to cover up this button so we can't use it, but the whole point is we need more buttons. So we have that, I'm thinking, and then I was going to do magnets and all sorts of things, but then I know magnets can interfere with some medical devices, so I'm steering clear of those. I'm going instead with a simpler idea, which is the enclosure, which this will be a complete enclosure now. So top and bottom, and it will have holes, and I'll probably cover them up or something, but this will go together with this. It'll snap in place like so, and then it will be mounted like that. The other benefit, this design, especially this setup, is so that somebody can have their entire Xbox adaptive controller setup in one place. It sits on the Xbox adaptive controller, leaving these buttons clear, and you could use the built-in mounts that come with it. So the whole point of it again was to fit it exactly to this, so we'd be able to do that. But the side benefit is that because this mounting is separate, if someone wanted to use this unit just on the desktop somewhere, like that, and like that, they could do that. The other thing, I've measured out the height, and I'm using very low profile arcade buttons. That's the only way that I can get this real short height. It's about an inch tall. And then because my devices can have up to 9 different controllers on a box, I have 9 cutouts on the back for the TRS, TRRS jacks. I may hardwire short cables. I haven't decided on that. I don't really like hardwiring because cables fail, but it may be easier to do that instead. But right now, I can get 9 of those on the back. Here you have a layout that has 5 buttons and a joystick with a large topper. So you have that hole there. The other one, which I've shown previously, has 9 altogether. This one I did a slightly different layout, and here I mix and match button sizes. So these 3 buttons are 30 millimeter buttons, and then these 2 are 24 millimeter buttons. So I could envision, oh, maybe this is some sort of control, left, right, jump, whatever. And then this could be auxiliary buttons that you don't use as often. For example, if you were doing a flight simulator, maybe pressing this button will increase your engine revs and pressing this button would bring them down. Doesn't necessarily need a big button. You can go with a smaller one. So from a profile perspective, I can get the 30 millimeters in low profile. The 24 millimeters are slightly taller, but I could bend the leads. But I've not yet found any 28 millimeter low profile switches, which is interesting because I can actually get lower profile on a bigger button than I can on a smaller button. Go figure. So that is how this is evolving right now. I think that this is on the right track. It's an easy mounting system. It's not going to mess up the adaptive controller. You can either have one, you can have both. And they could be freestanding or they could be mounted on the adaptive controller. So I will continue to play with this and improve the models, and at some point I'll actually start wiring and soldering these things. Thanks for watching.